Shabbat Shalom, happy Tabernacles. I can tell you that for many soldiers, some friends who have lost limbs, others have lost family members. The feelings are definitely mixed as we have Steve Witkoff arrive and Trump arrive, etc., and the plan be implemented with the release of 2,000 terrorists, 275 lifetime serving terrorists for murder, 1,700 terrorists with blood on their hands from October 7th, and so on. A significant withdrawal from Khan Yunis, from different. It's going to be a staged withdrawal. Amended maps of the Gaza deal would include, significant withdrawal from southern Gaza in different areas because of the plan. And but there's definitely a thank you from the Prime Minister to all the soldiers who have served and continue to serve. Let me emphasize that continue to serve in multiple fronts. That's right. Syria, Lebanon, Gaza, and so on. He says it's a great day for Israel because of this moment where we may see the hostage. And I say may. I just don't trust Hamas. But I'm very hopeful. We're on the edge of our seats, hopeful that indeed all the work of the heroic IDF soldiers, security forces, the courage they've shown to keep the pressure where the pressure needs to be, and also the politicians who have worked and special huge thank you to President Donald Trump, he says, and his team for the dedication of this sacred mission to bring the hostages home. And we believe that all of the goals will be achieved. I will say this, that I believe there's going to be rejoicing like maybe never seen before. I don't know. People have been mourning, and it's like I had a friend say, hey, it's like a constant funeral here in Israel for 2 years straight. And so many soldiers injured, even now. I mean, there's an explosion just now. Do you know there's 3 reserve soldiers were injured just now, and a grenade blew up. There were seriously wounded soldiers from the 6408 battalion. Explosions. There was an attempt to kidnap soldiers right now, to go and attack soldier positions, and it's just wild what's going on. But I definitely do have great hope that indeed we're going to see a turnaround here. I believe that we're going to see a moment that we've been praying for so long, but I'll tell you, there's a mixed emotion there, because there's also this mandate not to annex Judea and Samaria, which, if you look on a map of what Judea and Samaria looks like around Jerusalem, it looks almost like a Pac-Man. It looks like a mouth, and Jerusalem's right there in the middle. I could show you on a map. It looks something like this. It looks like this, like a leaf, and you have around that hole, there's Jerusalem right there in the middle. So you wonder how, are they not going to go and try to make a Palestinian state still? Are they going to just try to trick us and put a suit coat on and say, hey, I'm now a civilian, I'm now a politician, I'm now looking for peace, a Nukhba fighter will just put on a suit coat and everyone's going to believe them. So it's really a moment where we don't want to be tricked, but we do have high hopes. And I just can't wait to see the return of these hostages. Now you gotta look to these verses about the restoration of these captivities, and the operation is called Shavim L'Gvulam, return to their borders. That's the operation the Prime Minister calls this, returned to their borders. And we've got Major General Nadav Lotan is forming an expert panel for this. We've got and I think Trump should have the Nobel Peace Prize, absolutely. So this operation is from Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 16, about the return of the Jewish people to the Promised Land. Many are making Aliyah and returning. About the Nobel Peace Prize. So a Venezuelan woman, Maria Cornelia Machada, winner of the 2025 Nobel Peace Prize. I think it should have been U.S. President Donald Trump. But now, take a look for a second at this verse. I want you to turn right now to the book of Nehemiah, chapter 8. Look at verse 15, look at verse 16, and then look at verse 17 about the captivity, how it was when the captives returned and they dwelt in tabernacles. They dwelt in tabernacles, and there was great joy. I'm telling you what, I don't know what's going to happen if on the lunar calendar, on our Hebraic calendar, the very day that we were taken, which is called Simchat Torah, the very last day of tabernacles, that's the day that the hostages were taken and the war broke out. If that's the day that the war fully ends and that the hostages are returned. We're in the middle of a Bible story, friends. Shabbat Shalom. Happy Tabernacles. Happy Zman Simchatenu, the time of our joy. Victory possible with the right tools.